I just want to say thank you for being a guest on my talk show.
Thank you for finding me and inviting me.
Now, for people who want to know what uncensored is, uncensored is my way of showing people that even with a learning disability, I can still overcome controversy and reach my goals in life. At the same time, I'm able to turn myself into a perfect example for people out there dealing with any types of disabilities or learning disabilities. But you should never give up, and you should prove to people you can still mount to something no matter what. So that being said, it's a half hour, 45 minutes of your time. Say anything you want, curse if you want to. It just is completely whatever you want to do. And starting off, what can you tell us about yourself?
Well, I'm an actress in Los Angeles, and I'm an environmental activist as well. So I'm involved with a bunch of different campaigns and organizations and charities, just trying to do my part to save this beautiful planet that we live on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Uh, I have two cats and a dog. It's very hot here right now. What else do you want to know?
Where are you located?
I live in Glendale, which is about 3 or 4 miles east of Hollywood.
Oh, so California.
Yes.
Oh, that's not so bad.
It's not. It's so hot here, though. I'm from Colorado, so I'm used to late September, starting to get a little chill in the air and the leaves are turning. So, where are you at, Keith?
New York.
Ah, what's the weather like there?
It's becoming fall.
Do you like the fall?
It's okay. It's better than the winter. I am not looking forward to the winter.
It snows there, right?
Unfortunately, yes.
Well, maybe you should come out here because it doesn't snow at all. It'll rain a little bit, but that's like all we get. So
Well, I may take you up.
maybe.
May take you up on an offer. I do have a couple questions for you after the show, if you're
Okay.
interested.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
the first question I was gonna ask you, when you were in high school, did you do any sports? Were you athletic? And the second one was when you were in college, were you study nerd or party animal?
Those are really good questions. I've never been asked these questions before. In high school, no, I did not play sports. I didn't play an instrument. I was in the choir and like student council, and I went to church a lot. So that was sort of like where I put my time after school. In college, I didn't go to like a 4 year college. I've been to like many different colleges. I've been to a mountain college, city college, state college, universities. I kind of pick and choose where I get my education, right? So I would say that when I was studying, I was pretty focused. It's after I stopped studying and came to Los Angeles that I became kind of a raging party animal. So I was a late bloomer, Keith. I didn't even really like drink that much or know too much about the other side of life till I was like 27 or 28.
Yeah, I agree.
What about you?
Never gotten a chance to go to college. Um, I guess I'm more of an audio-visual person than a party animal.
Do you like to watch parties?
Eh,
Do you like?
sometimes.
Because you can party in your mind all the time.
Right.
That's actually the more safer route. So you said you'd never gotten a chance to go to college. Do you want to go to college?
I'm not able to.
Why?
Basically, my high school gave me an IEP diploma. Well, basically, that's a local diploma. So
Yeah.
I'm only able to go to trade schools or 2 year school. And there's really nothing that I want to do. Basically, the school took a shit on me. And it's basically they knew I had a learning disability, and they exact words. Pretend you're my mom. I'm trying to find a word for it. Pretend you're my mother, and this is what they gotta say to you. Or you have a daughter. Better example. You have a daughter.
Okay.
We understand, Ms. Wayne, that your daughter or son has a learning disability. Exact words they used to me. We promise you, after these 4 years, he or she will be a functional adult. He or she will be able to go to college of his choice, her choice, and the truth is, they just push me along. They would tell me, go read a book, go sit in the corner, and that right there was my education. I was basically pushed along. I wasn't taught jack squat, and I was given more of a hard time. And when I did find something I was good at, with the audiovisual, when they were saying, yeah, that's not going to work out for you, do this, do that, and I was like, who the hell are you? Screw off. I'm going to do what I love. You're not going to tell me how to dictate my life. So, yeah, I didn't want to work in retail in the rest of my life, and I got sick out of it. Long story about that. And my siblings, my one sister, my 4 brothers, all had learning disabilities at one time, but both of them are writers. One's a teacher, and the other 2 are doing whatever. And they're like, hey, if they can go off and do whatever they're doing, and they had a disability one time or another, but there's no reason why I can't. So I use them for a perfect example of saying, if they can do it, I can do it. And also, I was like, one day, I was like, screw it, I'm going to show people that even with a learning disability, I can still amount to something no matter what. And I know that sounds selfish, so I'm going to say I'm going to turn myself into a perfect example for people out there to never give up and prove to people that you can still amount to something. And that's how I came up with the talk show.
Yeah, of course. I mean, everybody is meaningful, no matter if they're successful or not successful, wealthy, poor, fat, skinny, ugly, pretty, whatever. It's all a matter of perspective. But I mean, if I were in your position, like I'd be pretty happy that I saved like all that money from going to college. And you're already doing what you want to do, right? Is this what you want to do?
Yeah, absolutely.
Pretty much. So yeah, like what did you need the $50,000 education for? You're doing it. You're already making it happen, and it's only going to get better. Like your portfolio is very impressive. I was looking at your website and doing a little research on you, and I'm like, this guy's killing it. He's already doing what he wants to be doing, and like I don't even think that the learning disability comes into play at all. It's not a factor. It doesn't seem like it anyway to me. So I'm really proud of you from what I've seen. And, as far as college goes, like, wow, if I wouldn't, I mean, I never really, when I was in high school, everybody was like, oh, I'm going to go to blah, blah, blah university or blah, blah state. And I'm not knocking college or further education at all. I just think that there are so many different ways, especially in the age of the internet, that you can get a really good education and learn, very specifically what it is that you want to do and hone in and focus on that every day versus, you got your pottery class here, you got your sociology class, you got physics, math, I think it's just so much better to like really put all of your energy and time into like that one real thing that you want to do, in my opinion. It looks like you're doing it. It's like you didn't really even need a manual. You just hopped online and started.
Well, I started telling you a little story about it. My dad was assistant principal for 46 years. Started when he was 19, was a teacher, history teacher, then became principal and a dean. And he used to make high school videos for high school yearbooks. Instead of buying the yearbooks, you get a video. Unfortunately, he couldn't sell them, but he made them. So I was like, okay. monkey see, monkey do. So I copied him. I did like X-Men, Spider-Man, and I copied what he was doing. And when I went to my high school, I joined the audiovisual department, and I worked on the coffee house, the shows, the plays. I learned the lights and sounds, and I made videos just randomly, and that became a passion. Personally, I wanted to become a personal assistant, like a roadie. Because the first movie I saw when I joined AV was Almost Famous. And that's it. That's what I want to do. Go on tour as a professional wrestler or a band. Yeah, I want to be their assistant. And that's like, okay, that's not going to work or never going to happen. And I came across the TV show Suits. And I was like, I want to have a boss like Harvey Specter. I want to be like Mike Ross. And I want to be, because they're just talking, what we're doing now is kind of like acting. And so well, I can talk. I don't know when to shut up, but I can talk. But,
well, that's a basic skill, and you'd be surprised at how many people aren't very good at communicating verbally.
That's true.
So you saw your dad. You were like, I'm interested in this, and you just like took that to the other level, and that's really impressive. You don't need no stinking college.
I gave you a perfect example. My brother, one of them anyway, has a big BA, a bachelor's in broadcasting.
Okay.
And he went to school for 4 years. The reason I'm laughing is because he said recently, a while ago, I went to college for 4 years, and I have a BA, and I'm certified to work in public broadcasting, and I can't get a freaking job. But Keith never went to college, and now he has his own talk show. I don't know.
That's awesome.
One funny story I'd like to tell you. My oldest brother thought my brother was sleeping, so he used to hide it. He occasionally hides his money underneath his bed. So he at the time, my eldest brother was struggling with getting money and everything, but he was living at home. My second eldest brother was counting the money. He's like, how much is 7 20s? Oh, I have all these 20s. I don't know what to do with them. How much is 720? And my brother says, 120. He's like, you're awake? And he says, I was hearing my brother and one of my brothers to talk about money, and that shit just pisses me off. I have all these 20s and I don't know what to do with. Meanwhile, I'm struggling paying my bills.
That's pretty funny.
But I told him I'm doing... No, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Go ahead.
But he said, dude, with me, I said, I'm going to have Double J Jet Jared on my talk show. I said, mention this recently on my talk show. I'm going to have Double J Jet Jared. And he looked right at me and says, I don't know what to say to you. I was like, well, are you proud of me? Or are you saying that's really good that you're doing it? So like, I don't know what to say to you. But I was like, okay.
Your brother said this?
I think he's jealous.
I was just going to say, yeah, that's too bad. I have a brother out here who's an actor also. And, we both love each other and support each other, but there is that sibling rivalry thing there. It's like, well, I'm going to do this, and I haven't done that, so why is he getting to do, so I'm sure he's proud of you. Obviously, he just didn't know what to say. Wait, so have you had him on your talk show?
My family wants nothing to deal with this.
Why? That's so sad. Are you serious? Why? Are you sure you don't want them to be on it, or is it they don't want to
be on it? It's just, my dad says, it's just a hobby, go get a job, and unfortunately I'm working in retail paying off my credit cards. once I pay off my credit cards, I can go to the city, or if you want to hang out in California, you can interview me, and I can be interviewed on actual TV shows because I've been interviewed on radio, but I want to be actually physically interviewed in person. So I have to pay off my credit cards. This computer really set me back.
Yeah, aren't they?
My mom's very supportive, but I guess that's a woman thing. And not to sound sexist, but the mothers are always supportive of their sons. Um, my third, let's see, my fourth eldest brother, he went on tour, and he was doing this, he was doing that, he was being interviewed. So I look up to him. He thinks I'm an ass kisser, but I look up to him, and I mirror everything he does. And when I first started my talk show, he says, "You're lying to people, you're manipulating people, you're conning people, you're taking advantage of them." But he was just he's a dick. He was just giving me
Sounds like it.
He was just giving me a hard time because he said he'd rather be an asshole to me than a nice person. And I was kind of like, okay, it's your karma. Keep on coming. It's got to bite you in the ass whenever you're going to need it. And
that sucks, though, to have that coming from your family. Shit.
No, it is. It's. My dad said, I will take you seriously once you have a big name star. And he said, if you get Gary Sinise or, what's the guy from Miami? David Caruso on your show, then we're going to take it seriously. Until then, it's just a hobby. Anyway, they want to think, because I have a learning disability, and one of my fears is I'm going to end up in a group home or out on the street. And that's because that's what they keep jamming down my throat over the years. You're going to be a burden to someone, you're going to put you on a group home. Yes.
Your family's?
Yep. I know, it sounds it's messed up. And
that's messed up.
So this is my way of proving them, and hopefully it turns into something. But the bottom line is it's not my karma, it's theirs. You live only once.
Yes, that's true. And you just text your dad that you had Pleasant Wayne on your show today and tell him to kiss your butt.
I got
so hey, what?
Oh, I tell him that every day as I'm doing an interview. I start off with 100. My parents never fought, especially my mother. I said, wouldn't it be nice to get 100? And he's like, yeah, don't get your hopes up. In a year and 6 months later, I got 100. Then a year and 6 months later, I got 200. And thanks to, huh? Yep, and thanks to you.
You got 200.
And thanks to you, we're up to 253. Actually, no, 254. Excuse me, I did 253 before. So 254 people that I interviewed, and they say, that's nice. We're taking it seriously once it turns into something. I'm like, all right, yeah, it's...
Well, I understand that they want you to succeed and be the best you can at the top of the ladder, the game, whatever. But it's these crucial stepping stones that you're taking right now that you really need their support, because when you do reach the levels that I believe you want to get to, of course they're going to come and like, oh, we're so proud of you, and you're going to be like, bing. Like, where were you? You know what I mean? I mean, whatever you're going to do. You can welcome them with open arms, or you can tell them to go, get in the dumpster, whatever you need to do.
What you want. It's uncensored.
I didn't want to be mean to your family.
No, that's fine. Say whatever you want.
Well, it just, that's kind of a common theme in life is especially when you're in the profession that you and I are in, where we are putting our image in front of people to either be informed or entertained. You're judged, you're torn down, and you're not supported because you're not one of the 0.00001% who are known names, on the planet. But like, if you think about your body of work in comparison, like with the rest of the world, you have like 6 or 7 billion people, right?
About what?
On the planet.
Oh,
like
overall. Yeah.
Yeah. Like you're ahead of like 6 billion people in your industry, in your game. So like think about it in those terms, you know what I mean? Plus, you're so brave for even attempting to do something like this. So you really have to have that personal pride, which obviously you do, because you're bold enough to find people and ask them, to spend some time and talk with you. I mean, you definitely have like great communication skills. I loved your email that you sent. It was so kind and professional, and I really appreciated getting it. Like, you're helping people so much, and it will come back to you if it's not already. I would suggest, though, that you hang like a background or something behind you to make it more like, you need to build your set a little bit.
Well, that's why I have the posters behind me.
I see all your sexy ladies back there.
Well, on the subject, I'm not sexist, even though I do love women. The reason I have the posters, actually I can turn on the extra right for you so you can see it better.
Oh, thanks.
The reason I have the posters, I used to hang things up just for the hell of it. And I'll tell you a funny story.
Okay.
Like I said, I used to hang things up for the hell of it. And so when the painter came, with all those sticky stars things too? The ones, the sticky stars, you put the sticky stuff on.
Oh, yeah. They glow at night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the painter came in. So the day before, or 2 days before, me, my brother, my mom were ripping staples out of the wall. And it's like, this is going to take forever because we had they had thousands of staples in the wall. The painter came in and said, what the hell happened to the wall? Where did all these staples come from? Oh, the kids wanted posters. Posters. You look like you had millions of them. And you had sticky stuff on the ceiling. And basically, the long story short is they had to put a double skin over my room. So it cost more. And the stupid stars, and occasionally if you look around, you can see the indentation of sticky stars if they wouldn't come off the wall. But just... you playing sound effects in background?
Wait, the audio cut out. The what? The sticky stuff didn't come off the wall, and what? So they doubled?
They had to put a double skin over it, so that costs more money. So like an extra layer. But I was saying, I guess you were playing like a sound effect in the background.
No, that was the sounds of the neighborhood in Los Angeles.
But,
so, Keith, why don't you... Oh, you're going to talk about your set.
Right. It doesn't matter. Whatever you want to do.
Well, can you make your bed at least? Is that your bed?
Right. I just came back from work. I do.
You're having a girl in your room. You should make your bed. So, have you ever thought of like reaching out to talk show hosts? Whoever you like, and like just sending them your body of work and.
Go back to the pictures. The reason I have the sexy ladies on the poster is because these mean a lot to me. Because that one in the far corner, Marlena Perez, WWE Divas, they're all two are WWE and one's TNA. For people out there, not tits and ass, that's not what TNA stands for. TNA, Total Nonstop Wrestling. It's wrestling, so get your mind out of the gutter.
Like total nonstop action?
Yes, it's
Okay.
wrestling. So Melina wrote to me a personal message. Keep showing the world how amazing you are. Velvet wrote, to Keith, love Velvet. The empty poster you see was supposed to be Ashley, but Staples screwed up. I said to him, I need an 18 by 24. They gave me a 29 by 36. I went, assholes. And it's like, whoa.
Where is it?
Huh?
Where is it?
That's the big one. That was.
That's the big.
But the big one was supposed to be in the small one, and I paid for 18 by 24. And they're like, oh, well, you can come in and bring in the original picture. I just had it laminated. I didn't know you guys were going to screw it up. So I have the pictures laminated, and I put them in a special case, and so it's done. It's a dead issue. I can take a picture with my phone, but it depends on the glare. Actually, I can show you. Matter of fact, what I'm talking about. I wanted this to be with my other ones, but they gave me these crappy things. Here's Melina Perez, and what I don't know if you can see what she wrote.
To Keith, keep showing the world you're amazing. How amazing you are. That's awesome. It's true.
Then I have Ashley. She just has to Keith. And this one, that's the big one you see. This is one I wanted them to laminate it. I gave her like a small keychain. And she says, I love the gift. You see it. You see it okay?
Yeah. You're a rock star.
So
that's a nice collection you got going there.
Yeah, I appreciate
Are you into like lady wrestlers? Is that your thing?
Well, I'm into WWE. So I've been interviewing a couple of professional wrestlers from WWF, to WWE, to WCW.
What's WWE?
Yeah, World Wrestling Entertainment.
Oh,
they were originally called World Wrestling Federation. But they got in a lawsuit with the wildlife, so from WWF, they changed to WWE.
Were you sad when Roddy Piper passed away?
I recently saw an interview he did, and I started to cry a little bit. And I was like, I really wanted him as a guest. And if I did my talk show a lot sooner, I would have probably gotten Piper, Warrior, the Ultimate Warrior who passed away. Randy Savage was another one. I interviewed his brother, however, Winnie Pablo. That's a funny interview you should watch.
Okay.
Here are the wrestlers. WWF, Vince Russo, Winnie Pablo, Chuck Coates. WCW, Stevie Ray, brother of Booker T, Sonny Ono, ECW, even though I'm not a big ECW fan, I just didn't want to leave it out. I interviewed, C.W. Anderson, Angel, Bay Ragney, and TNA, and like I said, not what you're thinking TNA, but TNA Total Nonstop Wrestling. I interviewed Chris Harris and Double J Jeff Jarrett.
Okay, so obviously you have a fondness and a passion for WWF and WWE. So why have you pursued any job opportunities with them? Like, you should send them your body of work and be like, hey, this is what I do. If there are opportunities for me to come on board, whether it's locally in New York or travel or do whatever. I mean, send them your stuff, because that's how, when people are making their own content, and then we live in an age where it's like, show me your stuff. and then I'll give you a job. It's not like I'll give you a job and then show me your stuff. You know what I mean? So maybe that's something that you can look into if you haven't already, but it sounds like, you're into professional wrestling, so you should get in with those guys. And if anything else, like, are there any local offices in New York? Like, do they have a division there?
I know they're in Connecticut and they're in New York. The only problem is I have to pay off my credit cards. They're like, oh, you can take the bus. And I made a joke on my last interview. It's like, yeah, I can take the bus. It's only $32. And I already see the shit hitting the fan when I get to part 40. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do because it's got to be millions of people. I don't know anyone. I don't know where I'm going. And
okay.
But if you...
So you said you worked retail, right?
Yes.
So you're around people, right?
I do have social anxiety and ADD and panic attacks.
Okay. So, well, what you can do then is what we're doing now is, email the marketing people or the communications people or whoever, email anyone, email them all, and send your wrestling specific links, put them all in a nice channel or page or whatever, and then be like, I would love to do like mobile interviews or whatever, or, I mean, if anything, like all those wrestlers that you just named, I think that if you have interviews, if you have content with them, that's pretty valuable information to the World Wrestling Federation. Like they're gonna want to watch that, and they can even like put you on their site. You know what I mean? And you can do everything from your place. You just got to get a different background.
Right.
But I'm sure they'll send someone out to decorate. You can have your pictures displayed.
Turn it like that.
There you go. Yeah. Now put like the pictures of the girls like right here. There's one you could do. Whatever.
The picture I have right next to me is
who's that?
A Bishop.
Is that a wrestler?
No, Bishop, X-Men.
Oh, sorry.
You into comics?
I know the basics. I know like the Green Lantern, Aquaman.
Basically, Bishop from the X-Men was a time traveler. He came from the year 2000. Funny enough, he came from the year 2005.
Wow, that's kind of scary.
And there's another one named Cable. I think he came from 2015. It was pretty interesting. But yeah, the funny thing about this poster, my brother had it since the 90s. And it was in a gold frame, and the gold frame was a piece of crap frame, and the frame broke. So I went out to Target, and I got this wooden one, a solid wooden one, the good one, and it really, if I turn my camera, you see, it really makes the picture stand out more.
Yeah, it's authentic, kind of. Has a little vintage feel.
Yes.
Nice.
Well, like you said, I do have the posters, and yes, I would have made my bed. But I just came back from work, I interviewed someone, and I had her jump into the interview with you. But soon enough, there should be 2 more pictures. I'm going to move Ashley's picture because that's a big-ass picture frame. I really didn't want that there. I can always move that there over there and just do 2 more pictures, but when they ever come to Middletown, New York, that's when I do it. I talk to them.
Where's Middletown, New York?
That's in the Catskills.
Is that where you live?
Yeah, New York. You ever hear of West Point?
No.
Alright. Well, West Point is basically like a military town, and all the cadets go there.
Oh. Okay.
You ever gone to Woodbury Commons?
No.
Ever heard of Woodbury Commons?
No.
Second biggest mall in North America. So, just you get the idea of where it is in the Catskills. But
Wow, that's
every interview's different. I get working on the wall. I kind of wish my bed wasn't there. But unfortunately, my brother's got to move back in. He's got to get a job. I won't get into it, but unfortunately, I'm going to share the room with him. So I'm going to have my desk facing this way, facing the windows. But, yeah, I said I don't.
maybe you could put him to work. He can be your PA.
I said to him and my dead family, I don't care if I share the room. Better not interfere with my talk show, I'm telling you right now, because this takes priority for me.
Good.
But wrapping up, do you have anything you want to talk about? Anything you want to say to your fans and listeners?
I would say thank you for watching, obviously, and check out my website, pleasantwayne.com. I also started a little YouTube channel and blog. It's called The Sexy Environmentalist, and sometimes I will show like products that are eco-friendly or like modalities you can use to, just natural remedies to clean your home, natural pet care products, things like that. It's really fun producing your own content, and I enjoy doing it. Yeah, that's all I have to say for now. I would say, like what you said earlier, just you only get one life, so have fun, be happy, be around people who are feeding you energy, not taking your energy. That's really important. Sorry to be so serious.